Musterxmedia presents a tribute to men that hate their jobs. Episode 9. The Triple Upset. Today was the triple upset. It really was a bad day for me today at work. The first upset, well, it's towards the end of the night. That's when it all started to fall apart. I get pulled aside by the manager, and she wasn't the big boss, she was just a duty manager. For some reason, the big boss is afraid of me, and I don't understand why she comes to that conclusion. Maybe because, I don't know, I don't tolerate her bullshit, maybe. Anyways, I digress. So the duty manager pulls me inside and says, head office has agreed that we will be doing delivery only. Takeaway is not happening now because of the lockdown. We're just not making enough money, so we're going to have to slash hours. Are you okay with this? And she is looking all nervous, as though I was probably going to explode at her, which I wouldn't have done in any case. She just got briefed by the boss that I might explode, but no, why would I do that? Don't shoot the messenger. And besides which, I've lived through recessions in the past before, so I know this is a different recession, but everyone has to make cutbacks and everyone has to feel the effects of it. That's just how it goes in any recession, let alone the COVID created recession. Anyways, my work hours have been essentially halved. I'm now doing 21.5 hours a week, which was a bit of a dick punch, but what can you do? It was fortunate that not only have I still got savings, but I already applied for universal credit and they were topping up my wages here and there, so my family won't go out without. And before you say it, yes, you can also claim universal credit in the UK if you have savings, because it's a Tory government and the Tory party have to look like they're a low tax and pro-saving party, because that is their manifesto pledges, and they can't break that or they lose their core votership. I digress. So that was upset number 1. Upset 2 came along a little bit later on, when it was time to clean the toilets, the dreaded toilets of despair, the shitholes, quite literally holes full of shit, because these bastards don't ever flush the fucking bogs properly. So the ladies, because no one's really using them at the moment at all, you got 1 or 2 female drivers for Uber to do the deliveries, but they're relatively clean. It's just quite literally mop the floor, go. The disabled toilets, same again. No one uses the disabled toilets because there's no one disabled. We are not allowed customers in the toilets whatsoever, so there's no disabled person in there. Quick go, done. And then the men's, where all, well, I say all, 99.9% of our Uber delivery drivers would be using that toilet. And this particular toilet had an unremovable shit stain. It was like this shit smear had been left there to fester for hours, and it was hardened. It was like Roman concrete. It was just, the longer it was there, the harder it became. And no matter how much chemicals I sprayed on it, no matter how many times I gave it a good old go over with a bog brush, not all of it would shift. It was like Teflon. It was just repelling every attempt to get rid of it, and it was not on. What else could I do? What else could I do? I even put on a double amount of disposable gloves and even got my hands in there with some kitchen roll and started to scrub it manually by hand, and it still wouldn't go, and it still wouldn't be gone. In the end, I just gave up. I thought, you know what, I'm not paid enough to have to deal with this, and if the big boss comes in and inspects my handiwork in the toilet, I'll just tell her how much shit was there, and she should have come in before to have a look at that big smear of shit that was just impossible to move. I just let nature take its course. Eventually the water in the toilet would erode it away. Even if someone pissed on it to help erode it faster, that would have been a bonus. But no, after spending 10 minutes of my time that will never come back, that shit stain remains, and that was the second upset gone. Now the final upset of the day. I had got back on track of things because I was on the door all day, not being able to do any of the little bits and bobs jobs. They just mounted up, and whilst I was doing all those jobs, I had someone cover the door for an hour and 10 minutes, and I got it all done. It was all those jobs were done. The floor was mopped in the foyer. It was 10 minutes before I planned to go away. All I had to do was make it through without a customer coming in, and I would have achieved the dream that's never happened, not to me and not to anyone else that's been there for years. Finishing bang on 10 o'clock. Everyone's come close to it, and this was my elusive challenge. I needed to get out at 10 because I said to everyone, it will happen one day, and it was looking like it was going to happen. It was 5 minutes to. I'm like, yes, I'm on the home stretch. I will clock out bang on 10. But no, it didn't turn out that way. For some young girl, I say young girl, she was more 18. She walked through the door with her tight jogging trousers showing her off her perky ass and a severe case of camel toe. Not only was she nice to look at, but she really pissed me off. Seriously. Because as she placed her order, the clock was turning, it was ticking, and it was counting down, and I just knew that this is the upset. This is the upset of all today. My challenge, my ambition to get out bang on 10 was not going to happen. Every time she would jab at the tablet to order her food, she would then change her mind and go back and redo it. She redid her order 4 times over, and at this point, when her order went through, it was 2 minutes past 10, and I knew that I'd have to wait there another 5 minutes, bare minimum, to let her out, because the doors were now on lock mode, and it ruined the rest of my shitty fucking day at work.